Now let's move to the 5A. I will shuffle my papers here that I just printed out. Same thing with the 5A. We will start in the quarterfinals. Show you the results from last week. Robinson, bit of a slow start, took down Camden Fairview. Farmington getting by Harding Academy. Hot Springs, a close one against BB. They advance. Morrilton dominates. Harrison, the big upset. One of the bigger upsets, especially at the Class 5A level from last Friday night. Parkview takes down Maumelle. Big second half for them. Greenbrier eases past Batesville, and then Lakeside with the big second half takes down a really good Searcy team. So there sets up the Elite Eight, the quarterfinals in the Class 5A. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. We'll start at the top of our bracket. This Robinson team did not look amazing. Granted, it's a relatively good Camden Fairview team out of the 5A South. Robinson didn't look amazing. Farmington did look pretty good, and it's a Farmington team that made it all the way to this spot right here last year, to the state championship game, but they aren't the same team that they were last year. Give me Robinson, the number 1 seed, to advance to the Final Four. In our second quarterfinal game, Hot Springs and Morrilton. This will be a good game. Hot Springs out of a really good 5A South in the quarterfinals. Squeaking past BB, they didn't look amazing. Morrilton really did. Morrilton has offensive weapons galore with Maddox Berry, with Jamarcus Sandage. The list goes on. And I just wanted to pick an upset. I'll be honest. I just really got that feeling that an upset's going to happen somewhere in here. It already happened in round 1. I think it's going to happen again in round 2. And I think it's going to happen from the Devil Dogs to take down the Trojans to advance to the semifinals again. With Jamarcus Sandage, with Maddox Berry, and their Morrilton defense, I think they stop what is a really good Hot Springs team, what's been a Hot Springs team that has been one of the biggest surprises as far as positive surprise in the Class 5A this season. But I think Morrilton's better, and I think they will pull off the upset in Hot Springs to advance to a big moment against Robinson. All right, the bottom half of our bracket, this one's easy for me. I know Harrison got away with the win against Valley View. I'm not as familiar again with the Northwest Arkansas-ish team, sort of Northwest Arkansas, out of our viewing area team, I should say. But I know Little Rock Parkview. I know they are headed in the right direction despite a slow start for this season. So give me the Patriots to get by pretty easily against Harrison in advance to the semifinals. Now, probably the game of the week, possibly the game of the week. That's Tyler Cass's decision to make, and I'll give my input a little bit. But last week, our game of the week in the Friday Night Blitz was Searcy Lakeside. This week, it could be Lakeside Greenbrier if you really wanted it to be. The Panthers are just a terrific team this season. But Lakeside is also really good. Again, the 5A South is so good. Lakeside, the 3 seed out of there, they just stumbled a little bit in their final few weeks of the season. That's why they were the 3 seed, but they're much better than the 3 seed. It's a big-time game. You know, Lakeside's got, Wally Walcott. They've got Drew Morgan. They've got Peter Oman. They've got so many weapons offensively, but none of them, even if you combine them, I don't think are as good as the weapon that Greenbrier has in Enoch Asan. He is the most powerful, explosive running back. Definitely in the 5A. Let me double check. Deuce Williams is okay. Deuce Williams is good. It's terrific. Enoch's definitely the best. Enoch Asan is definitely the best. Maybe in the state. Definitely in the 5A. So with him and with a really good offensive line in front of him, I think Greenbrier wins this game. I think they take advantage of a second half run or something like that to advance to the semifinal matchup. Now the semifinals of the 5A, Robinson, Morrilton, Parkview, Greenbrier will start back up to the top. The Senators, the 1 seed, the favorites out of the Class 5A to win it all. They've got a Morrilton team that is hungry for another upset. They did a little bit against Nettleton. They definitely did it the week prior against Hot Springs. Again, hypothetically, it's my prediction. I don't know if it's going to happen. So what can they do here? I think this is where the magic runs out for the Devil Dogs. So give me the Senators, the favorites of the 5A to advance to the state championship game. And then our final semifinal game, Greenbrier will be the slight favorites, I think, against the Little Rock Parkview. Parkview, remember, is a team that has won 3 straight 5A state championships. They are back in this moment. They are back in a spot where they are very familiar with. But double check my notes here. Make sure I get this wrong. I was going back and forth on this for a long time because I think Greenbrier is that team I kind of want to win because Parkview's had their run, 3 straight state titles. Greenbrier's just never been in a big moment. Well, maybe a couple, what was it, 2021 maybe? The last time, I think these two teams, the last time Greenbrier made the semifinals was 2021, and they did not win that, I believe. And I think the same happens again. I've got Little Rock Parkview to advance to the state championship. I know it sounds crazy to pick another upset in my Class 5A bracket, but I think the Patriots go on to make it to the state championship game. Have a little bit of a home field advantage here at War Memorial Stadium against Robinson, as they've had. This will be the 4th straight year in a row that they have made to this moment. It could happen that they win their 4th in a row. All right, let's talk about it. The state championship game, Robinson, Parkview, a big-time matchup in the Class 5A state championship game. The Senators have won it in the 4A level at 2019 and 2021, but they have never won it at the 5A level. So, will this be the year where their first-year head coach, can the Senators take down a Parkview team that, again, slow start to the year. They're not the same Parkview team that we've seen. But, man, this is a Parkview team that continues to get better as the season goes along with lots of explosive weapons, Sadiq Goji, Kyrick Folks. That's why they make it to this level. But you want to talk about explosive weapons, you talk about Deuce Williams, you talk about Hakeem Frampton, you talk about Josiah Warrior Benson, you talk about Kyron Grimes, and it all starts with their quarterback able to get the ball to those weapons, and Reese Simpson, just a junior, but is efficient in throwing the ball and getting the ball. The Robinson offense does a great job of getting the ball to those weapons. And I think that's what's enough for Robinson to win it all. So give me the Robinson Senators to defeat Parkview. It might be seen as somewhat of an upset because just Parkview has been here so many times and done it so often. But I just think this is Robinson's year. I think it's a special year for the Senators. I know that's easy to say because they're the 1 seed, and I picked a few upsets in there, but I'm getting Robinson as my 5A state championship winners.